Hello people, Kristen here and welcome back to another video, and I have very exciting news. 1.13 is officially out right now in Minecraft, and I don't know if I'm going to do 2 videos, I don't know if I'm going to do 1 video about it, but I've been stalking I've been stalking Dinnerbone on Twitter for the last 15-ish minutes. Actually, about an hour. Okay, so we have lots of new features to talk about. So, we're gonna load up in the old world. How about here, Wacky World Parkour 2. First off, we can press Optimize World, so you make sure that your world is safe. So, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be covering this all in 1 or 2 videos, but maybe I'll do it in. Maybe I'll just do it in 1. But if I don't, I'll let you know throughout the video towards the end of it. Okay, so first off, as you can tell, we got this. So we can now go into creative mode. And so there's quite a few differences, including what I just showed you. Oh no, when did that happen? Okay, so now here's another brand new change. We can go here, and we have a brand new buffet world, which we can use for all the biomes, including the new biomes. And I have to say, some of these biomes did get renamed. For example, mesas are now Badlands, and we have several new biomes, including Deep Cold Ocean, Deep Frozen. Well, we have deep versions of all the oceans, Deep Warm Ocean, and currently unused. But the new biomes are Cold, Frozen, Lukewarm, and Warm. So we have a total of that. And okay, it's not going to be here, so I'll select a random one. Actually, I want to select, no, not Deep Warm, but Normal Warm. And I'm actually doing this all improv for the most part. So we're going to be creating a brand new world. And first thing first, we have air block variants. First, okay, I know this sounds like the worst thing ever to be covering first thing, but we have cave air and void air. Both have the same properties as air. Cave air is generated in caves, and void air used internally for blocks above 255 and below 0, and in unloaded chunks. And yes, I did read that off the Minecraft wiki, which is your best source of information. So first thing first, you're gonna notice how we're in a warm ocean, and that there is seagrass, which is grass that is generated in the sea. We have sea pickles, and what sea pickles are, they're pretty cool. You can do this, and there are light sources under the ocean. However, you might have noticed that we have coral. There are currently several types of coral, and the thing is, when you place them on land, they will die and turn into dead coral. I think they're supposed to. Okay, there they are. They don't do it instantly, so that means they're pretty useless to build with, unless you like the look of all these gray corals. And before I forget, the corals are tube, brain, bubble, fire, and horn. And we have tube coral, brain coral. These are just, and we also have coral fans. They're just more decoration, and you can find all of these over here, and they are a limited resource, so ouch. Okay, so we're gonna delete that world. Okay, generate brand new world. We're gonna go over here, we're gonna choose buffet again, and we're gonna be showing off the Frozen Ocean, which is right over here in game mode creative. And we're going to be showing off some brand new features in the Frozen Ocean, which have been brought back for the first time since the very first Minecraft 1.7.2 snapshot, which is the very first one for 1.7, because in case you don't know, 1.7.2 was the very first 1.7 version released, because they messed up a couple of times. Ah! Oh no! Okay, so that is an obvious bug spawning inside a glacier. So they're probably gonna have to fix that. So, but as you can tell, we have, well, glaciers now inside of the frozen ocean. So they're not like how they used to be, covering up the entire area with just ice. They actually have glaciers, and you know, I kind of like it, but I'm still gonna miss the old ones, and I'm gonna complain about it anyways. But that's just the way I am. And, well, okay, so we're gonna go all the way over here, and we're gonna look for a brand new block that is only found here. I mean, it's somewhat rare, and I think it might generate below. Oh! Hello, fish. And yep, fish are mobs now. And is this it? I don't know. Okay, so since we're here anyways, we have brand new fish mobs. Salmon are the freshwater fish. And fish are now items. And the old normal fish have been renamed to cod, including in the item forms. It was already... Alright, you're not a fish. Okay, we also have tropical fish. And of course, we have salmon, or salmon, depending on where you're from. So, look, pufferfish, and they will poison all mobs near them. Here, let's grab out a... Actually, creepers are a bad example. Let's show off the zombie. So, as you can tell, the pufferfish are hostile towards the mobs. So that's something interesting to think about. And I saw some over here, and this is what we are looking for. The brand new Blue Eyes. It's slippery while feeling kind of sticky. I don't know, you're gonna have to mess with it in game. It feels like ice, but it's slipperier. And it's a pretty neat addition, I have to say so myself. Okay, and polar bears will now spawn on top of ice. That means they spawn inside the glacier biomes, which is something pretty interesting. And whoa, did the zombies just drown? Yep. Zombies will now turn into a brand new mob called the Drown. And the Drown do have a chance to spawn with... Okay, this is super rare. We have a Trident, and we have a Noculus shell. So, I don't know how to spell Noculus, so I'm sorry. Maybe if I just look up the word shell. And, yeah, we have a pretty cool new item, and I'm going to be showing off this one in just a tiny bit, so please hold on to this. So, with the Trident, it's a brand new weapon. It does 9 attack damage, meaning it does the most damage per hit. So that's pretty interesting. So we're gonna grab out an anvil, and we're going to be showing off the enchantment books. So, okay, we're gonna do this. Actually, this one goes up to 5. Okay, so we got channeling, not mending, riptide, and loyalty. Now, you might be like, Kristen, what are those? Well, okay, so channeling, I'm gonna show off channeling first, since that's the first one on the Minecraft wiki, because I don't fully understand it myself, and I'm gonna do this. So channeling, what it does is, it only has 1 level, and it will summon a lightning bolt upon impact in thunderstorms. So let's do /weather. And in case you're wondering, yes, they have completely changed it. However, it is optional inside of the chat settings. So if you find it annoying, I mean, I don't think it works in I don't think it works in, well, it says it works. Okay, it requires it to be raining, and this is clearly not rain. So I'll be showing off that in a different world apparently, since I didn't know that it didn't work like that. So, okay, so we have channeling. Okay, we have impaling. So you might be like, what does impaling do? Well, here, let's grab out a guardian. Actually, let's grab out an elder guardian. So are you ready? It does more damage, and as you saw, that did a ton of damage to an elder guardian, because it does more damage to all sea creatures. Okay, so the next one is actually not compatible with the first two that I showed, being Riptide. And you might be like, Kristen, what does Riptide do? Well, it goes up to level 3. It's not compatible with loyalty or channeling, and it is used on trying to launch the player when thrown in water or rain. Riptide will not throw the Trident, but instead launch you forward. If the player is not in water and it's not raining, the player will not be able to throw Trident with enchanted with Riptide, but they can still deal melee damage. So, as you saw, it's pretty cool, and that's a really weird animation, I must say. Okay, and the very last enchantment is, wait, was that the last one? No, it's loyalty. And what does loyalty do? It returns back. It kind of makes it like boomerang. Okay. So we have a brand new ability for maps which have been changed, and it's a little difficult to explain the changes, so I will have a Reddit link down below. And yes, that is a polar bear that did spawn. Okay, so we're gonna do this, and we're also gonna grab out a banner. So we're gonna create a new map. We're gonna do this, and you can now have markers on your map. So see how there's a little new white line? Sure, that might be one of the harder ones to see. So we can also do something like this, and have this, and look. Whoa. Huh. You know, that actually does mean that the one doesn't work. Oh, there we go. So we have a brand new feature for maps having markers, which is pretty nice. It's something that should have been in the game all along since the banners were introduced. Okay, and I kind of forgot to mention it earlier because I just remembered. So we're gonna grab out all of these. So all the undead mobs will now sink. However, something like that's not an undead mob will now float. So we got horses, we got creepers. They will now float, which is always pretty nice. Okay, so we also have a brand new mob, and yes, I know, I'm still in here, and we have the brand new turtle. So you might be wondering, Kristen, what is a turtle? Well, I tell you what a turtle is. It's a turtle. What more is there to say? So you'll find nests of them throughout various biomes, and oops, wrong spawning. Ah, shoot. Sorry about this. Here, I'll just find it again. So the turtles are brand new mobs, and you will find them with nest, and by nest we mean see this item. Well, it kind of works similarly to a sea pickle, so that is pretty interesting, and they are kind of rare, and it's also on warm beaches. and they drop 0 to 2 seagrass upon death, and when killed with a trident, 0 to 1 bull with the enchantment channeling. Okay. So when baby turtles grow up, they'll drop a thing called Scoot. So Scoot, which kind of looks a little weird. And it's a brand new armor piece in Minecraft with a special certain crafting recipe where we can do this, and we get a turtle shell. So I can tell, and look, it actually gives out the potion effect water breathing. However, it's not the way you would think it works. There's a reason why it has a time limit on it, and that's because it'll go down. It kind of gives you that tiny bit of extra oxygen, and it is the iron helmet's default. The iron helmet Iron helmet armor. I'm super sorry for making those mistakes. And as you saw right then and there, the drowning meter will actually go down now instead of being automatic. And what's attacking me? So, and I should mention, there's actually a brand new feature in Minecraft where you can now swim, and it's very annoying in creative mode. And it makes building underwater, I have to say, a bit harder, and it's definitely not a good thing. So, we're gonna return back up to the surface. And as you can tell, we don't get instant health back upon entering the surface. Okay, so the turtle helmets can be enchanted with the normal helmets. However, there's also a brand new thing you can do with them. We're going to grab out a brewing stand. We're going to grab out an awkward potion. We're going to grab out blaze powder. And what we do is, we go inside a brewing stand. We do this. And then we take our turtle helmet. I'm not sure if it has to be fully durability. Okay, so what you can do is, you can do this. And you're about to see something that is pretty interesting and it's brand new. And I quite like it. Although, it's gonna be used in PvP. But I don't think it'll be good for PvP. So we have a brand new Potion of the Turtle Master. It makes you super slow with slowness 4, and it gives you resistance 3. So as you can tell, we're moving pretty slowly. I can barely make these jumps. So we have a brand new dual potion, which is the very first one that was ever introduced inside of Minecraft, a potion that gives off 2 effects. And there's also, are you ready? Wait. There's also lingering, there's also arrows. I don't know why you would want to make an arrow. Actually, yeah, I see why you would want to make that. It's just so handy now. And I know we're not at the correct place, but there is 3 new music tracks by C418 for when you are underwater. So that's always nice to add in. Now, if you know, if you saw Minecraft Minecon, you know that there were 4 mobs that you could vote on. And guess what? Here it is. It's the Phantom, as it's now called. And if you don't sleep for a couple of days, what is up with you, buddy? So if you don't sleep for a couple of days, the Phantom will come up and swoop you, and it's very annoying. However, there's something brand new about the phantoms. That, well, of course there's something brand new about them. But there's a brand new feature involving phantoms, involving the phantom membrane. And you might be like, whoa, my mind is now going to be so blown. And yep, we got to put this inside of another one of these. So we do this, grab out, and we're going to be able to make a brand new potion with them. And yes, I already kind of gave it away. Oh yeah, and I should also mention that let's grab an elytra. Sorry, I don't really know how to spell elytra that well. I mean, I can kind of get it sometimes. It just takes me a couple tries. So we're going to go into game mode survival. And so our elytra is now going to be damaged. So what we're going to do is we're going to go inside an anvil. And then what we're going to do is we're going to grab out our now broken elytra, or at least a clone of it. And you can now repair elytras using phantom membranes instead of levers. So I guess that kind of nerfs elytras slightly. Mending anyways. So, whoa. We have the brand new Potion of Slow Falling, and it's pretty great. So, look, I would say kind of like using the umbrella from Super Princess Peach and just floating down. That's exactly what the potion is. However, it does not go up to more than 1, so you can't use slash effect to give you a potion effect greater than 1. Okay, so next up, we're going to be showing off the dolphins. And yep, the dolphins are 100% brand new. They spawn in any ocean that isn't frozen, so you're not going to find it here. You're going to find it in a warm biome. And what we're going to do is we're going to spawn in a bunch of these, and we're going to go ahead and swim, and we have a brand new potion effect called Dolphin's Grace, which allows you to swim slightly faster when swimming near a dolphin, and that is pretty awesome. So we're gonna swap worlds since there's not much I can really show you. We're gonna go make a regular world. That is if we can. Okay. We're gonna call it create. We're gonna go into game mode creative. Not game mode, by the way, they did change up the commands. I don't fully understand them. I'm not a command block expert. I'm sorry. So I'd recommend watching another YouTuber's video about all the new command changes. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the updated /locate, and we're going to go to a brand new shipwreck. And guess what? You can use this, and it instantly takes you instead of just telling you an estimate. So there are several kinds of shipwrecks, and this one is I'm gonna call it a farm one, but that's pretty much what it is. It's just for farming. Farm supplies, I guess. Oh. So, by the way, there is also another brand new feature I should mention about. So see how it's kind of hard to see? Well, it gets easier to see the longer you stay in. However, depending on the biome, it's easier or harder to see than others. So the deep oceans are pretty hard to see. So, okay, so we're gonna go here. Okay, and we have another shipwreck, and yes, these have a super rare chance of spawning on the surface. So this one is a carpenter one, as I like to call it, because it's pretty much just a carpenter villager. However, in case you just saw, we have a brand new buried treasure map. And you might be like, Kristen, what does a buried treasure map do? Well, it allows you to find brand new buried treasure. So, and yes, the dolphins will lead you to buried treasure as well. And yes, the maps do appear to be somewhat laggy. I guess that's a feature they're gonna have to fix. So it's not gonna be exactly on the X, which is, I mean, it's pretty good that they could get a rough estimate. But apparently it's gonna be somewhat near. And it's not gonna, I'm gonna tell you this right now. I don't know how deep these things will go. So it's gonna be somewhere around here. You might have to go like a little closer. And the buried treasure will usually spawn in beaches. And I imagine it would be hard to find them normally. However, it will still be possible. So, I'm just looking. Yeah, they're actually just one block deep. However, we could just use /locate buried treasure. Oops. And, oops, I accidentally broke the items. However, we have a brand new item being the hard to see, and yeah, we got probably some of the worst loot besides the hard to see. So remember those shells I was mentioning earlier? However, we can put them inside of a crafting table. We're gonna create a brand new item, being the conduct. By the way, I should mention there is another type of shipwreck that has lots of good loot, and this might be it. So we're gonna check it out quickly. No, this one's just another carpenter one. Okay, however, before I get distracted once again, we're gonna go grab out some Prismarine, and yes, Prismarine slabs are now a brand new feature inside of Minecraft. So, okay, we're gonna go all the way down here. Okay, so we're gonna do this. It's pretty hard to create this. However, the conduits or conducts, I don't really know how you want to pronounce them, are kind of like underwater beacons. So what you do it, oops, and yes, they do give off light. And look, we have a brand new potion effect called Conduct Power, which I have to say is pretty overpowered. Okay, so it allows you to breathe underwater forever. So what we're gonna do is, okay, so what it does is it gives the player unlimited water breathing, gives the player underwater night vision, gives them a haste effect allowing them to mine underwater, and that is the last brand new potion effect inside of Minecraft. And yes, drowns do spawn naturally. Oh, okay, there. So, and yep, this is a brand new structure called it is called the Ruins. So, it's a new structure, and they can be found in cold and frozen biomes regardless of depth. However, there are certain ones that are exclusive to others, and there are ones that are found in warm and deep lukewarm oceans. So, they can generate out of the water slightly underground or slightly above sea level. But they'll mostly be down here. And they, can I? Okay, this is what I mean by there's a couple of problems. And what we're gonna do is, we're just gonna go ahead, explore. Yeah, there's a couple of chests to this place, and it's, by the way, yes, you can go through one block holes. So that's pretty great. Oh, there's one. And yet, they have pretty weak rewards. And yes, there is a brand new feature involving magma blocks and soul sand. And so, here's what they do. Magma blocks will drag you underwater, and they generate inside of ravines underwater up well. And we have the soul sand, which will push you all the way to the top. Only with storage blocks though. And I'm gonna grab out a night vision potion. They actually did remove it in a couple of the snapshots, but they did bring it back. So this is a brand new ravine that generates underwater, and they will sometimes, not all the time, have magma blocks in them. And instead of lava, they will have obsidian. So that's a pretty great feature. And most of these will go down to diamond level because it generates underwater. Okay, so I should mention there's a brand new /boss bar command, and I don't know how it works. It just creates a boss bar, okay? And now we're gonna cover the creative inventory tab changes. So, besides some of the new stuff I haven't shown off, there are brand new buttons for each type, and there are brand new trap doors for each type as well of wood. And yes, you did have a glimpse. I'm just trying to escape. Yeah, I'm sorry if I seem like a little distracted. There's just so much to cover and it's kind of hard to do. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna grab out ourselves a axe. Yep, we're gonna grab out an axe. And are you ready? We get the brand new stripped oak log, or whatever type of log. So we're just gonna type in this. So you might be like, Kristen, what are these? Yeah, like, what are they actually? So, if you've been playing before 1.13 and you're a map maker, well, you will know of the wood, and they were called bark in the snapshot, so if I call them bark, that's why. So, the 4-way bark, I guess I'll call it, just it's now available in game, and there's even stripped versions of all of those. Oh wait, did I already make it? No, I didn't. Okay, wait, what? I don't think I have any research packs on. So, I couldn't really tell you. Oh, so I can't tell you how you get them. And yet they do craft into planks again. Okay, I don't know how to get them then. Maybe it's a bug. I don't know. I'm sorry. Here, I'll look it up. There's nothing about it on the wiki. Okay, I'm very sorry about that. I'm not gonna be able to show off how they look, but they are pretty ugly. So if you think that looks ugly, well, just look at that. Why would you want that? Okay. So we're gonna go. So, sorry, I'm just currently looking through. Okay, yes, I did forget to mention kelp is a brand new item block thing. You can put it into a furnace and you will get dried kelp. What does dried kelp do? It's a food item. You can eat it. And there's also dried kelp blocks. So we're gonna go slash effect give at p hunger so we're gonna make ourselves hungry. Okay, so we're now hungry, and yep, we can eat it, and we're gonna show off how much it restores. How about like 30? I believe it doesn't heal that much, so we're currently at 3, and yeah, it only heals up half a food bar. And yes, we're gonna drink milk to remove the effects, because I know some of you will get annoyed. Okay, so what's next is that it bring 2 new splash and being all rumors are true, and thanks for fish. Oh yes, I have completely forgotten. There is a brand new, well, they actually changed something pretty huge in the game, and yeah, we're gonna drink night vision, even though I just removed it. So now you can do this. Whoa. Yep. They actually added waterlog tag for most of the things except for doors. For some reason, doors are just not affected. And I believe it also works for blocks like enchantment tape. Never mind. So I guess they only kind of half did it, which is pretty weird. And yes, items will now float like this, and the previously mentioned dolphins, who will also lead you to buried treasure, will play with items. So if you ever want to get rid of your items, you can have dolphin fun. The dolphins are cute. Okay, they added brand new sounds to beacons. And there's so many changes, but it's kind of hard to explain. So dispenser can no longer be, well, crafting dispensers no longer require a fully repaired bow, and the same thing applies for fishing rods inside the carrot on a stick crafting recipe. Okay. So I should mention there's a brand new shulker box, being the original one, and all currently existing purple shulker boxes from the 1.12.2 and below worlds are now this. So if you don't like it, you know what you can do? We're actually going to grab out another one. Since I don't know why I just threw that one away, we're going to grab out a water bucket. So you're going to be like, eh. By the way, biomes do have their own watercolors now, and that implies inside of cauldrons. And look, you can actually undye shulker boxes now. So they also did a bunch of name changes, and they also changed the texture of Iron Horse armor when it is equipped to the horses, which have a brand new Z-box or hitbox. I'm sorry that I'm not fully understanding. I'm trying to do my best, and I am trying to explain the new to you. You know, I completely forgot to grab out a saddle, which we're going to be doing right here. Okay, we're best friends forever. Cool. And that is the brand new Iron Horse armor for horses. Oh yeah, they changed the name of several non-mob entities. Block of TNT is now Prime TNT. Bolt of Lightning is now Lightning Bolt. Ender Crystal is now End Crystal. Eye of Ender Signal is now Eye of Ender. Evocation Fangs are now Evoker Fangs. And they also changed the IDs of some of the mobs as well, specifically the Illagers. And now they're just their actual names. So instead of like Illusion Illager or Illager _ Illusion, it is now just Illusion in there, which was the only change to them this update. Pair will now imitate phantoms and drowned, and Witch Hut now generate with a mushroom inside the flower pot, which was previously empty. And I mean, there's so many changes and there's so many bugs fixed. in case you're wondering, there was 374 issues fixed. Okay, I did forget to mention one important thing that was shown off previously. The fish, the brand new fish mobs, I should say, you can now capture them in a bucket. So we could grab out cod, we could grab out salmon or salmon, depending on where you're from. So what you do is you can place this, and it kind of creates, it's very useful. And yes, the tropical fish, they have so many different variants, it's insane. It'll be hard to find two of them that are exactly the same from two separate fish groups, because ones that will spawn in their own fish groups of up to 9 will all be the same. Oh yes, and I should mention, give at P. There's a brand new debug stick, and in case you're wondering, best example would be fence. So we could do this, we could do this, and yeah, that's what it does. You can create some pretty interesting builds. It's weird, okay? So, okay, so I'm gonna be showing off all of the changes right here. We're gonna go through the entire inventory tab. So we're just gonna go by it slowly by slowly, because most of these have brand new names, especially items that had variants on them. And this will also help me see if there's anything I forgot in here. So we're gonna do this. We have all of this. So a lot of the ID were changed, and a lot of the names were changed as well. And so we have all of this. We have the wolves, which got changed. And yes, this means Minecraft can now support more than 255 blocks. Because in case you don't know, they were running pretty low on the amount of blocks. And yes, the petrified oak slab now is a thing. And you might notice right there that there's brand new double slabs, which are now in the creative inventories. I don't believe that they're craftable, so you can do all of this. I mean, farmland, I think that might be new. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty certain it is. Oh yes, and there is brand new pressure plates. We got cacti, we got the fences, we got clay. And yes, the texture update did not come out for this. It's going to be coming out at a later date. So we're going through all of this. Mushrooms are now in here. And yes, this means that numeric IDs are 100% removed now. So that's something to keep your eyes on. So we got this. We got the beacon. We got the buttons. So, just a lot of brand new IDs. It's mostly jump block IDs, I believe. And they did change a couple of the item IDs. So, however, we would be all day if we were there completely for all of those. So we got these. Yes, they changed the word chiseled into cut. So, okay, so we got all of these. So yeah, most of the wolves and stuff have just been changed to be their actual name. And they did finally change Hardened Clay's name. So that's pretty good. So this is all of the new blocks. By the way, the fan coral can only be placed on the sides of the coral blocks. So we got this. And items will now have like the certain tooltips as you might have been viewing all along. So, and after this, that's going to be the showcase for most of the 1.13 features. So, and I want to thank everyone for along the way for 1.13, and I'm going to say this here for 1.13. I'm going to do a brand new hardcore Minecraft series that I keep on doing every other new version release. I did it with 1.9. I did it with 1.11, and now I'm going to be doing it with 1.13. So expect a brand new hardcore series. I don't know how long it'll last. Probably not that long, actually, thinking about it. So, yeah. It's been quite a journey getting over here. And I have noticed that these have become the snapshot showcases have become my most popular videos overall. And I couldn't thank all of you enough for letting me reach over 100 subscribers. Ever since that initial one of the 13W, I think was 11A video, I've been growing more than I have any other year. So we got all of this. We got the enchantment books. Yeah, they don't have any brand new names. And yeah, they did rearrange the creative inventory quite a bit. And okay, so we're just showing off. I don't know why they just don't move the enchantment books to the very bottom. It's a little strange on why. So, yes, they also did rename all the potions. Well, I think they were supposed to. Weird. I know they did it for the mob eggs. As you can tell, we got dolphin spawn egg. So I wonder why they didn't do it with the potions. And yes, most of the maps for 1.12 are broken in 1.13. If they use command blocks, because almost everything command block wise was completely changed. For the better or for the worse. It's good in the long term, but it's really horrible for the short term. And yes, like if you want to enchant, if you want to give something a name, you have to use the way that Java does it in order to do so. So, thank you people for watching, and see ya people later. Bye!